Hello and welcome back to the Road to Champions League Glory with Bishops Stortford. This is episode 34 and the start of season 8. So last season we finished 12th in our debut season in the Premier League. This season we go into a bit of a transition season, to be honest. We are in a position where we need to kind of build upon that 12th position from last season, but we also need to realise that the Premier League is a difficult season. We can get dragged into that relegation battle, but we don't want to. And we need to gain a few more players who are going to push us onto that next level, which is getting into the European spots. So as you can see, we are a rich club. We have a national reputation of 3 stars, which is slowly going up, but not on the star rating. It is a case of just slowly making little steps now. We are in the Prem, which is the first main target. It's now just making sure that we can build upon those steps slowly, and gain the better facilities, gain a better stadium, and just increase the reputation of the club over the years. So one of the things that we need to do is get the right players in, and hopefully over the summer I have been able to do this. So let's have a little look at some of the signings I made this summer. So as you can see, made 17 million worth of signings and only sold 1.6. So we have made a bit of a considerable amount of difference between income and outcome. And this is mainly down to the fact that our players aren't worth much if I do want to sell them, and the players I do want to get in are considerably higher value. There are some interesting signings, some signings that I think might be controversial, and I think some players that I sold going out with the club that might also be a little bit controversial. So we'll go on the outs to start with. So we've got 2 players who retired. They were our right wing back and our left wing back respectively, and they've gone on to pastures new. They've gone on to coaching roles and not part of the club anymore. Then we also have Ruben Perez, who I felt he was 34 years old. Didn't feel that he was going to give me much more than half a season, so we did bring in a replacement, but we will talk about that more in a minute. But he has gone on to pastures new. Then we let go, obviously, Edison Cavani, Petra, and a few of the youngsters as well. A few players have gone out on loan. Actually, quite a few players have gone out on loan. We let go of Moen. He went out to Nantes for 250,000. We let go of Mike Toll for 375k to NEC. We also got rid of Josh Brilliante to Peterborough for nearly £1 million. Over time it will get to that point. But the players in, we've brought in a 16-year-old player from Watford called Adrian Potter. I can see a little bit of potential in this player. He's 1.5 star current, 4.5 star potential. Stats look quite good for a 16-year-old. Saw him over the summer when I was having a little look at the clubs. Just thought he came back as a 4.5 with my scouts, so I thought I'd try to get him in, really. Got him in for $1 million. I think that's quite a good deal, to be honest. Then the next one we got is Christos. I'm going to call him Christos. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Christos, he's a Greek player. He's someone that I was tracking for a little bit when I scouted Australia a few seasons back. Then he didn't want to come to us because we were a League One club. He has done quite well in performances over the time. He does come in. He's quite versatile on that left hand side. He can play the wing back position, and when we do switch to that 2 or 3 up front with the wingers, then he can play on that one as well. So for now, he's just going to be a bit of a versatile player. Then we have Ben Kirk, who is a youngster who was at Man United last year. He's come in on a free transfer. He came through the trial pit. He came through the signings at the beginning of the season when they say they're released. So I thought I'd pick him up, see if he's any good. He was the best of the rest, really. I'm thinking of just bringing in English players. They sent him in again. Need a few more players in that position because I let go a few. Then we brought in a few controversial ones, really. We start off with, we got Jang Jung Ho, centre back, left back and right back, South Korean. Unfortunately he failed a work permit, but because I was able to gain him for only 3 million, I thought I would take him up on the offer and bring him in. The next one we brought in is Francesco Diaz. who is from Newell. He's an Argentinian. He's had 4 caps, worth 14 million. I was able to bring him in for 6, so considerably higher value than I paid for. Stats look very, very good. He is going to get trained into that inverted wing-back position. He's got high determination, good tackling, good technique. Balance is very good. Stamina very good. Unfortunately, again though, he failed a work permit, so he's on loan. Not ideal at the moment. Then we brought in a player that, stats-wise, isn't going to be playing, well, not mainly going to be playing in that position. So he's a centre mid, Simone Bossi. He is going to be playing. I'm training him in to be this left wing back position, because when I put on his stats for left wing back, he is very, very good. He is right-footed, which is also a bit of a strange one. I know you're thinking, but because they cut in and they play inverted, I'm hoping that right foot will be useful. I am trying to train him onto his weak foot as well, so he can use it slightly. And I think the only one that I'm a little bit not majorly worried about, but just a little bit concerned, is obviously his dribbling and marking. But the rest of the stats are very, very good for that position. So I'm hoping he's going to be able to come up with that. The next one was a player that was transfer listed, and that is Ben Woodburn. He was a player that I tried to get in last year, but he went out on loan to Stoke. And I looked at it as Stoke got him on for 6 months for 775k. I got offered him for 3.9 million. So I thought, I'm having him, because very good signing. He's got a lot of potential, and he's also Welsh, which I quite like. He's come in, stats doing right. Injured currently, but he's done right. He's scored 1 goal for us already, and potentially going to be one of the best strikers in the club. Now, the next player I got in, as you can see, is Kevin Trapp. A bit of a big star, really, for a club like Bishops Stortford to be able to get Kevin Trapp, who is an ex-PSG goalkeeper. I did say previously that if I could get a better player than Dejan, then obviously Dejan would have to go into that reserve place. Last year he signed a contract to be a rotational goalkeeper, so he knew before I did, really. Looking at this player, he's very, very good. Good one-on-ones, good reflexes, good rushing out, good composure, good positioning, good teamwork. He's 33 years old. We've signed him on a 3-year contract. £76,000 a week. Big wages, but I thought I couldn't really turn him down. 33 years old. Keepers get better the older they are. So he's in his, I'm going to say he's probably towards the end of his prime, but I think he can still do a decent job for us. So he's going to be coming in. He's going to be useful. He's going to be playing first team football. He's a 4-star player, so we're going to be using him in the first team. Dejan will probably come in for cup games, which is quite useful because I know I can trust him. And then we've got a few youngsters coming up through the under 23s and under 18s that should, by the end of these 3 years, then come in to replace Trapp. So then, when I said that we had let go Ruben Perez, I have been able to get a replacement in, and that is Jose Rodriguez, who is an ex-Real Madrid centre mid and Inter Milan. And he's come in, and I think stats-wise he's pretty good. Aggression worries me slightly, but work rate and technique very high. Natural fitness 17, 28 years old, on a free transfer, £60,000, worth 9.75k. That's 9.75 million. I think he's going to be a good little player for us long term. He's probably got 3 seasons in him, maybe. 31 years old at that point, so we'll see how he gets on. But for that amount of money, even if someone comes in for an offer for him now, we're going to gain, because he didn't cost us a penny. The next one we got is Jorez Okora, who is a centre-back, who is, on previous FMs, about 2 FMs ago, was very, very, very good. Him and Balanta were like the star players to sign. By the way, I did try to scout Balanta and Mamana in the summer. FM kind of long stay wonder kids in the past. But I got in Okora, who has been playing for Everton, Copenhagen recently. Good little player, I think. He's going to do a decent job for us. He started off his career with us quite well, 7-1 in 3 games. He's a nice little player. Stats are quite good. Good bravery. Aggression a little bit high for me, but hopefully he'll do a good job for us. Then we got Wayne Richards. Wayne Richards is a goalkeeper, 450k value. He came up from the Tottenham Academy. He's playing in the under-23s at the moment, so he's going to be their first team keeper. I think his stats-wise aren't too bad. He's got a bit of potential about him, so hopefully over time he'll come up to possibly overtake Trapp in 3 years' time when he's 24, which will be pretty good. The next one we've got in is Graham McKenzie, who is a centre attacking mid, who is going to be giving competition to Alex and Benteke. He is worth 6.25 million. We got him on a free transfer from West Ham. He's been out on loan last few seasons. He's done an alright job, I think. He's someone that I think needed just a bit of a chance in the Prem, and the team is going to give him that chance. And last but not least, we got Christian Sanchez, who is a centre mid from Colombia. Again, couldn't get a work permit for him. Thought he was too good to turn down. Got him in for $1 million, already worth 1.5. Sent him straight out on loan to Travner, who's in Slovakia. I'm hoping that he'll gain caps. I know that he won't gain a work permit through that country, but the club won't allow me to get a work permit affiliated club yet. So at the moment, we're just kind of sending him off on loan to Travner to just get first team football, because they won't really play very much for me in the under-23s, which will be a bit of a shame. So I'm sending them off just to kind of go, and they're happy because they know that they're going because they haven't got a work permit. We will, in the January transfer window, apply for work permits for all three of those. If we get them, perfect. If we don't, then they stay there. So the other thing we did was obviously we sort the pre-season friendlies out. Obviously, a sneaky few of you will be able to look at how our normal season's going as well. We set up some nice, interesting ones. We've got Inter Milan, Crew, Lens, Sociedad, St Ives, Whitehawk. So we set up some nice, easy ones towards the end to get morale back up. But we also set some hard ones up like Lens and Inter, and we did quite a good job. So we went into the season a bit optimistic, but unfortunately we got smashed 3-0 by Newcastle. When obviously I could see the fixtures list, and we saw that I had Newcastle, Man United, Tottenham. I wasn't optimistic. I thought Manchester City, Tottenham. I was thinking, right, if I gain anything out of them, bonus. And what I did gain is 2 points, and I got a 0-0 draw out of Man United, which I thought was a very, very good result. We didn't play very well. They dominated us. They should have beaten us, but we grinded out a 0-0. Then we came up against Tottenham, and this was a 4-4. Realistically, we should have won this, but they got an 86th equaliser, and a draw was the end result. I felt, yeah, we should have won it, but in hindsight, a 4-4 draw with Tottenham, I can't really complain at that too much. Next, we came up against Leeds, and we drew 1-1, but we went through on penalties, which was great. Unfortunately, Simo missed the penalty. Not ideal. Came across Fulham, beat them 2-0. Good result. They got an own goal. Ben Woodburn got his goal for the first goal for the club. Then we came up against QPR and also beat them 2-0. Today's live comp will be against Everton, who haven't had the best of starts this season, but are quite a decent team. And I thought I needed to get in a match just towards the end of the month, before all the mad happenings kind of go on in October, November, when we got international breaks as well. So that's kind of how the season's going so far. And as you can see, league table wise, we are up in 8th position, 8 points already. Nearly towards the 10 points, which will obviously be a quarter of the way towards the 40. So we're on target for a good performance this year. I think I would like, if we can finish in 8th, I'll be very, very happy, because that gives us a platform to build on for the season after. Because 12th to 8th isn't a bad move. As you can see, there's some teams that are a little bit lower than us. Arsenal haven't had the best of start. Liverpool haven't had the best of start. Neither have Tottenham. But Chelsea and Man United are up there, and we can say that the team that we drew with was Man United. Chelsea are dominating. They've got some very, very good players. When we come across them, hopefully we'll get the same results we did last year. So just before we go into the game, just a little bit of thing with the board, really. We had a expansion to the stadium added, which was just 1,000 seats. So our stadium now is a little bit bigger. We've also had the youth facilities and training facilities granted to be improved, and they will be completed in about a month's time, so October. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully things will obviously grow from there. As soon as they're done, I'll be able to then go straight into asking them again, because our finances are pretty high in 28 million. We have got a little bit of money left. We'll be looking to add a few players in January. I am keeping an eye on Martin Odegaard at Real Madrid as a main target. He is transfer listed for 3.1 million. I am looking at trying to bring him in. If we can, perfect. And we'll sell Benteke. So we'll have a little look at the facilities. So we are now a 13,250 seater stadium. We have sold. I've got to go into general down here. We have sold nearly 12,000 season tickets, which I think is outstanding, and I'm really, really proud of them. So I'm quite happy that we've been able to sell that amount of tickets, which is great. Also, if you have a little look down here, we're still a legend. We've still got a few players on the icon list. Williams there, Cho's on there, Will Nightingale, Johnny Hurd, Gunelli, Klisic, still there, Dwight Gale, still around. And obviously, Langer isn't a player anymore. He's in the thing. So let's go into today's game. We'll go through today's team. Trapping goal, Leonardo with Samuel, with Gigot and Mo in defence, McCourt on the left, Olav on the right, Murray, Simo and Slattery in the midfield, Mackenzie up front with Cho in the striking position. On the bench, Dejan, Peter, Jose Rodriguez, William, David Vaza, Bossio and Benteke. A few injuries in the team so far, but not too bad. So let's go in and see what we can do, really. So, if you look at the Everton team, they've got a few players. They've got Ward-Prowse, that's Fosu Mensah, some decent players, which are quite interesting. But let's go for it. So, let's go into the game and see what we can kind of do, really. So, we got Faith, get a bit of talk from Yuan. We're going to go in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch it from counter to control and flex it to fluid and kind of just see how it goes. If not, we'll flick it back to counter and we'll see if that changes anything. So the game kicks off. We are in the red. We are shooting from right to left in the first half. Slattery's on the ball. Down to Murray. Down to Cho. Cho to McCourt. McCourt is in an offside position. That would have been interesting if we got a highlight straight away. But we didn't. So time's flying by. First 10 minutes. If we can stay 0-0, be great. But we haven't. We have conceded a goal from the corner. Nice. They had a nice little flick on front post. Back post is another player, and number 12 has been able to knock it across our keeper, Kevin Trapp, and been able to put it in the back of the net. Not the best start. They've had one shot, one half chance, and a goal. Hopefully we can get back into this game and improve from there. Simo's not had the best start with an 8-3, with a 6-3 even. So Trapp saves it, goes out for a corner. Let's hope we can defend this one a little bit better. The ball's coming in from Ward-Prowse, and it's defended. It's going to be a goal kick for us. They've had a lot of possession so far, so we're going to flick from here down to counter, down to here to flexible. See if that kind of changes things up a little bit. Hopefully we got a lot of the ball. Hopefully we can do something with it. So Mo's got the ball into Murray, into Mackenzie, onto Olav. Olav is going to pass it into Simo. Simo onto Slattery. Slattery onto Murray. Mo into Cho. Cho has the shot. Straight to the keeper. Olav's got the ball low again. He's going to pass it into Murray. Murray onto Slattery. Slattery's going to hit the crossbar. That's two shots. One's hit the woodwork already. One long shot. Can we get the ball back? No, we can't. And Bernard has been able to get the second goal for Everton. Bernard Mensah. He's been able to get a goal. So that's 2-0 to Everton. Not the best of starts for us, really, because we should be winning games like this, because they are in 19th position. We are up in 8th. This was a game that we should really be winning. We are away from home, so it's got to be a bit realistic, but got to give ourselves a chance. Olav's been able to pick the ball up. Murray to Mackenzie, onto McCourt. McCourt's going to pass it into Mackenzie. Mackenzie to Slattery. And is that a penalty? Yes, it is. Right, Simo's on penalties. I'm hoping that he can put this in the back of the net. His performance hasn't been great so far. I'm hoping he can improve it by putting it in the back of the net. and the highlight's gone off. Okay, we have scored, and it's going to show us a replay, but didn't show us the initial one. He has been able to bang it in, so it is 2-1. Don't know why it flicked onto that, I'm not sure. It is 2-1, so we're back in with a chance in this game now. So Yuan's going to talk to him. I'm going to kind of just back him up by just saying passionately, we kind of got it in us, we just need to get more out of the team. Cho's kind of not playing brilliantly, so we probably might look at bringing William on for in the next 10-15 minutes. We need to get back into this game pretty quick. So we got a lot of possession, we just need to make more of it. So Slattery's been able to pick it up. It's Mackenzie. Mackenzie's going to pass it to Cho. Cho's going to go down, and he's scored. Cho has been able to redeem himself. He isn't going to go off anytime soon. He has been able to score. Great little pass by Mackenzie onto Cho. Cho pulls away from the defenders. Bang, front post, goal. 2-2. So we are back in this game well and truly. As long as we can stay steady at the back now, we can put a chance of getting 3 points. Corner comes in, and unfortunately we haven't been able to stay steady. Ooh, we've been lucky. We've been lucky there. It was an offside decision, but we haven't been able to stay steady at the back, which is a bit of a shame because they have created another chance. They've got the ball, been able to nick it. Slattery onto Cho. Cho's going to pass it to no one. He's going to get tackled. They're coming down, they're going to bring it in, and the striker's been able to nip in front of my defender and get the goal, making it 3-2. We're going to pause it there. Going to go on to tactics. Cho, he's not having the best of the game. We'll bring on William. Also looking at Mo's not really having the best of the game, so we'll bring on Vaza. We'll leave it at that. We've got potential of bringing on Bossio, Benteke, and Jose Rodriguez. We'll see how it goes, really. Hopefully those changes will help. Leonardo's having a bit of a shocker as well, 6-3. So time's kind of going by. We're 3-2 down. We might flick it from counter all the way to attacking. Go on fluid, see if that makes any difference at all. We kind of got to go with the chances. We got back into the game and then kind of lost it, which is not great. Mackenzie's picked it up. Mackenzie's going to lose the ball. He's going to get tackled onto their striker. Their striker's shot and Trap saves it. Corner's going to come in. And we head it away, but they've been able to pick it back up on the edge of the box. We've got the tackle in, but it didn't really lead to anything. They've had a lot more clear-cut and half chances than us. It doesn't look like we're going to gain anything back from this game. We are on attack and we are on fluid. Unless there's going to be a highlight anytime soon, it looks like it's going to be a 3-2 defeat. So, yeah, that looks like we're going to lose this game, which is a bit of a shame unless we can get a goal right at the end, which I don't expect us to. Ball comes in. Yeah, I was expecting the final whistle to go anytime then because we had gone over the allotted time that the referee had put up. Not a great result. Losing 3-2 to Everton. They've been poor so far this season. Games like that should be ones that we should be able to pick up points. We have stayed in 8th place. Tottenham have got a game in hand on us, and Arsenal and West Brom. And there's quite close there. All those 7 points. We are at the top of the 8 points teams. I don't expect us to stay there very long. Everton and Bales build up on their score. Possession wise, we battered them with it 59-41. Shots wise, they were quite good. They kept themselves in it. But their striker was the difference, really. Key passes, rating a 9, 2 goals. So I think just makes a massive difference. I think Cho didn't really have the best of games. Eric Simo didn't have the best of starts. I know he scored the penalty, but it wasn't ideal. And our defence was pretty poor. So just have a little team talk there. What we're going to do now is we'll be looking at probably the next video is going to probably just be before January, so it'll possibly be the Newcastle or Crystal Palace game, or we might even wait for the United game. We'll see which teams are around us, where we are in the league, and go from there, really. But As always, guys, thanks for pressing play, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.